Also watching a very big story out of Washington, D.C. today. Alex Acosta is out. The Labor Secretary is resigning after criticism over the way he handled a sex crimes case against businessman Jeffrey Epstein when he was a federal prosecutor back in Florida. President Trump and Acosta stood next to each other on the South Lawn, taking questions from reporters. Take a listen.
This was him, not me, because I'm with him. He's a tremendous talent. He's a Hispanic man. He went to Harvard, a great student. And in so many ways, I just hate what he's saying now because we're going to miss him.
All right, so guys, he says Acosta's decision is really what is here, not President Trump's decision. Obviously, he was asked when he had his press conference, Acosta was, about whether or not he would be pushed out, whether or not President Trump would want him to resign. Nonetheless, that's the way it's playing out. What do you guys make of the way that, again, another person in Trump's cabinet is now out?
Right. Well, I think for a lot of people, this was probably overdue, this resignation. And just, I think with sort of the connection with Jeffrey Epstein and the controversy surrounding that, I think for a lot of people, this was the correct move, and resigning kind of on his own terms, in a sense, was better than the alternative.
And it was his own terms after this huge outcry, because initially he wanted to stay. It wasn't as soon as this case came back around in the limelight that he stepped aside. His original tweets were to say, "Oh, I'm so glad that now justice will be sought," almost in some ways trying to absolve himself or step aside from when he had a time to really make sure that more girls were not at risk from the time from him when he litigated here versus to now we're seeing more justice in limelight. So it was not his choice. It wasn't Trump's choice, but it was really seeing we're in a new time and a new era. But to your original point, it is very revealing that we're seeing more of this administration be out on scandal. And
also kind of just what we were talking about to open the show, how much of the trust of, nope, I'm not going to resign, I'm still here, and then the next day, of course, right. It's the same thing. But again, the revolving door. Now the man is out of that position. But you highlight a key piece of this, and we talked about this before, in that it was reporting. The Miami Herald kind of at the forefront of this, and we heard from prosecutors saying that a lot of that reporting did kind of lead to being able to try this case in New York.
Right. Again, like a testament to be able to bring back a case that had, essentially been closed and kind of been ignored after some time. That we need reporters to be able to follow up on these kinds of major cases.
And it's very telling that we have a president who was fine to have this person continue on, have him in the cabinet, and then say, even with all of this limelight of justice not being sought previously, that I'm still okay with you here. So.
And let's not forget, it was New York prosecutors who brought this action, and again, bringing it to the limelight here. But now, Secretary of Labor Acosta is out.